It's Sunday, and as you see, I have Derek with me tonight.
How are you, Jenny?
Good. How about you? I feel like I just saw you yesterday.
Great. It's almost like I just saw you yesterday.
And then I'll see you again Friday and Saturday.
Yes, we got a major event coming up. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. We get to see all of our friends from all over the country,
All over the country.
basically. Kind of, yeah. It's going to be like one big old family reunion.
100%. Let's do our little slideshows here. Let me pull that up. So, like we were saying, Paranormal Lockdown is in less than 5 days. It is at Broadhead School in Broadhead, Wisconsin. You have Josh Purvis, you have Michael Angus, you have Vince Keelan, you have Mary Lynn Bass, you have Dave Schrader, you have Scotty Warwick, you have Sam Bauchisis, you have the people from Texas. I can't think of their show name. EVP. So I'm super excited. There's so many people coming to this event next weekend. Y'all get your tickets. Come hang out. You will find me, Derek, Alicia up by the music room by the big AC. Thank God. So if you go listen to speakers, you will see us because we're right outside the speaker room. You cannot miss us. And if you miss us, y'all got some problems, you know.
Yeah. So anybody who's watching this, go visit Jenny's table, get your oral photography done, and come and get a cupcake or a cookie from us. And then don't forget our friends at Haunted Happy Hour. They will be there too with their fantastic coffee. Everybody, you know who they are. They're going to be there. Great vibes. It's going to be a blast. So,
yep. And we'll be right next to each other at that event. So I'm super excited. So if you go listen to the speakers, you will not miss us. We will be, I think, the only vendors up by the music room. So get ready. Let's have some fun this coming weekend. And then we're going to talk about it a little more in this hour. The following weekend is the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. We'll be talking all about that tonight. I'm super excited. But let's see what else we have here. November 15th and 16th, I will be at the Dark Arts and Oddities event in DeKalb, Illinois. It is about an hour and a half from Broadhead. It's not that far from Rockford, Illinois. So come out, get your spooky stuff on. And then there's also an indie film fest that weekend at the same event. So it'll be a great event. So let's bring our guests on. I have known these people for 3-4 years, and I've been to 3 of the bashes. And let's just say it is a big Paracon. It is a big family reunion. You don't know what to expect until you get there. And then when you get there, you're like, holy shit, the weekend's over. It goes by fast, but memories are made. Charities are helped. It's a great event. And then they also own a haunted location out in Waynesboro, PA, the 1912 historic Hoover House. And I've investigated it, and it is a wild location. So let's bring these two on. It is Pam.
Pam.
He might pop down. Yeah, he might pop down.
It's probably past Steve's bedtime, so it's okay.
It is. He's old.
This is my first time meeting you, so I just want to say it's a pleasure to meet you, Pam.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Derek, next year you'll have to come with us to the Bash because it is one of the best events.
Like a good time. I haven't got out to It's Gettysburg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to go there. I know Tom's been really wanting to go there. He's been wanting to investigate even just places down there in general, but that'd be cool. Definitely.
Right. And it's fun because you can split your time at the Bash, and then you could go walk the battlefields, and then after the event, go down to the Sachs Bridge and investigate the bridge. Because you can't investigate the battlefield. So much to do, but the Bash is something that I've grown to love. Pam and Steve are amazing hosts. They make it so much fun. We try, right?
Now you guys, I was going to say, Jenny said that you guys own a haunted location
So we are the historic 1912 Hoover House. We're on the retreat end of the Battle of Gettysburg. So I'll tell you all about that history if you want to know it. It's very intriguing. It's forgotten history. So when the Confederate Army left Gettysburg on July 4th, there was a big battle of Monterey Pass, which is at the other end of our town. Waynesboro was held for 15 days by the Stars and Bars. We are built on a cavern system. We're near Fort Ritchie. We're near Camp David. We're near the underground Pentagon. There's so much to do in Waynesboro.
Wow.
But a Union headquarters, a Confederate headquarters in town. General Lee was in our square with his best friend, Georgie. It's a lot of history here.
Mm-hmm. The place looks beautiful.
Thanks.
It's amazing. I fell in love with it last October when I went for the first time. And I'm like, do I have to leave? Like, I don't want to leave.
So Jenny, you investigated there? Have you had any, like, you probably get like a lot of residual happenings, like maybe gunfire or battle sounds or stuff like that? Does that happen there a lot?
You mean like the residual hauntings from?
Yeah, from like maybe when they were, at war or.
So we do Monterey Pass Battlefield. We actually take people on that part of the battlefield with the historians.
Oh,
and we actually investigate it, and that money goes to Monterey Pass.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
There's a museum there. Lots of artifacts.
Yeah,
definitely. I love Waynesboro. You can walk that city and feel like you're in like a small home knit town, and it's so beautiful.
It is.
I want to buy a house in Waynesboro.
You should.
But yeah, I know I want the house that's connected to the one that the person that built the Hoover House built down the street.
Percy Hoover. So Ira Hoover built the Hoover House. Percy Hoover purchased a house that was already built, but he put a real big expansion onto the front and the back of the house, and that's actually for sale down the street.
It's still for sale?
Mm-hmm.
I need to buy it. I need to buy it so I have an excuse to come to see Pam and Steve more often. As if I need an excuse.
I can't say hi. I can't say hi to everybody because I can't join the chat, but hi, everyone.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Crystal.
Michael Gigiano says hello. I know he has to miss out on this coming event because of his injuries, but we will send you much love, Michael.
We will celebrate by eating his fruity bites.
Yes, his fruity bites. So what are some paranormal claims of the Hoover House, Pam? I can speak on my own, but you know more than I do.
There is, it's really weird. So we were having the air conditioner guy in the house. And so I had to go upstairs to the second floor right outside of the Hoover suite. There's a long hallway, and I had to turn the air conditioner up and down and off and on, and then as I was standing there doing this, I saw, this was like 2 years after we moved in, a man with this hat walking down the corridor, and it was kind of like this. And it was off-putting. I'm not going to say I wanted to run away, but it made me go, what the hell? Shadow people here. Steve saw a little girl the other day up outside of the office. Then he went to go into our room, and the doorknob started to jiggle.
Oh, wow.
So there's always something happening here. We were a nursing home. The basement was an illegal bar called the Coal Mine. There's a lot of different layers here. So I think it depends on who's here, the time of the year. There's a lot of things that lend to the mystery of this house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I slept there, I think 5 nights between the 3 times I've been there, and always have activity at night. The Holzer Suite, we were hearing footsteps. The Hoover Suite, I was woken up by getting my blankets pulled off me on the little couch.
Nice.
Voices, footsteps, shadows, and then when you get table tipping there, it's really interesting. So yeah, I love my Hoover House.
Thank you. So we had an investigation last night, and it was very talkative. We got a lot of EVPs. I was impressed. I was like, wow. Like, because we went to a different room. We usually clear the one parlor out and roll up the rug, and we kind of table tip in the parlor. So last night they table tipped in the hallway, and we actually investigated the one parlor, closed the doors, and we were kind of in there. We got a lot of activity last night.
Ooh, tell them to keep that up for me when I come back.
Right?
Be like, Jenny's coming back.
What's the table tip? What is that?
I'm sorry?
The table tipping? What is that?
So we use the table as a piece of equipment. So in the spiritualism movement, they used tables to speak with spirit. So I'm a teacher in Lilydale, and that's one of the most amazing places on earth. Jenny, you need to go there and visit Lilydale.
I know. I need to go next year.
It's a town of psychics. Yep, it's a town of psychics and healers, and that's where table tipping originated from, I believe. And it was just my friend Bobby Robinson taught us how to do it, and it just kind of clicked with us. And Jim Wyrick is just amazing when he sits at the table. He's an amazing person.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I've yet to meet him, but I'll meet him in the week.
You haven't met Jim?
No, because the last time I went there, he was sick.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And
well,
he
you'll
was
love
trying
him.
to table tip. So,
yeah, you'll love him.
But yeah, this place needs to be on everyone's radar because it is amazing, and Pam makes the best breakfast ever. Pam gets up at like 5 a.m. and starts making breakfast, and that's what wakes you up in the building is that smell of her French toast, her eggs, her potatoes, and everything. Like Pam is like the ultimate.
I love to cook breakfast, especially. Brandon Cooper.
Brandon's here. Yes. And then they just opened a winery at the Hoover House. So
we did
a nice little winery. Wines.
Now, that being said, we do not mix spirit with spirits. So the winery is closed at least an hour before we have any kind of paranormal investigation. It's closed, and it's locked. And we don't come in here to investigate or anything. We really try to be respectful. Well, we are respectful of spirit. We don't try, we are. And we just do not mix it because I don't feel like we should do that.
Right. Absolutely.
I love you, Brandon.
Brandon's here. I think he'll be at the Bash, right?
He is. He's one of my speakers.
Yay. As we're talking about the Bash here. Yes. So this is coming up pretty fast. It is the next week. It's not this coming weekend, but the next weekend. So if you are at Paranormal Lockdown, you can get in your car and head straight to
down
and come and hang out with us at the Battlefield Bash.
Now, see, this is fun because I like Christmas, and this just now. Do they do the decorate? Like, do they Christmas it up?
Oh, we decorate. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there Tuesday, and we'll start decorating, and we will be done Friday by the time people come in.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Like they go out. They have 2 hotels, so it's one big like convention center and 2 hotels on each side. Literally, as you enter either hotel, you will get hit with Christmas.
And remember, we always ask people to please bring at least one unwrapped Christmas gift, and that benefits a child whose parents have a cancer diagnosis. It's Dana's Pink Wishes, and it's bringing that blessing of Christmas to kids.
1 second.
That's cool. I like that you guys kind of correspond with good cause with the whole thing. It's
Dana's
awesome.
Amazing. She touches a lot of lives.
That's good stuff.
And we also benefit Pennsylvania Wounded Warriors. Helen will be here. All of our charities are at the event. So if anybody has any questions about wanting to help that charity out for anything, go up and talk to them. Go introduce yourself. Helen is an amazing person. She is everyone's superhero once you meet her. She just is amazing. And then Heroes for Hire, that's Batman. He has his Batmobile, and he takes kids for their victory rides who have beat cancer.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he also goes into schools for kids who are having mental health crisis.
Nice.
Yes. See, Brandon Johnson says, "See ya all in the Berg." Absolutely.
Hey, Brandon. Brandon's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So talk about who will be at the bash.
Well, do you want me to name them, or do you just want people? Do you want me to name
Whoever
them?
you want to name. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. I have to pull it up because I don't want to miss anyone.
You'll see me.
If I miss somebody, they'll kick my butt. Okay, so we've got Johnny Zaffis, Dave from Hinsdale House, Daryl Marston, Sean Austin, Dave Schrader. We love you, Dave Schrader. Please, everyone, pray for Dave. He's going through some tough times right now. Ron and Lourdes, they will have their amazing piece of equipment there that goes through white noise and really connects to spirit. Gene Sninsky, who's a wrestler, Shane Pittman, Chris Smith, Rochelle Stratton, Brian Murray. We're also having charity bartending, tips for charity. So they are the reigning champs. So we're going to see who wins this year.
Yes.
Okay, if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Mike and Chris from the Wraith Chasers. And the next page, Cody and Satori. Love them. I love them all. Josh Purvis. Lloyd, he is the sumo wrestler. Mike King from Ghost of Shepherdstown. Wes Coleman's coming down from Canada. Yay, Wes. Can't wait to see him. Adam Bonnet, the glider. Santiago Cirillo. Love him. Veteran. Amazing causes. I don't know. All around amazing
guy.
Once
he enters the building, you know he's in the building.
Hiya, right?
Loud and hiya, and he brings the energy to all events. Let's just say that.
Bob and Gina. We've got Vince, the urban investigator. Kelly Miller. We've got John and Chris from NJP. Larry Eisler. We all know Larry. And we've got Dave Spinks, Big Jim Jones. Rosalind Lewis and her husband, Michael. We've got Tana and Lyle Lotz. We've got Gavin and Paula Kelly. Brandon Johnson, who just was amazing with all of my advertisements. I'm Gen X. I can't do it. I don't understand it. And Brandon just really gets in there, and he gets the vibe and the energy of everyone. And he just really helps me with the advertising. We've got Melly Stanley and Tim and Lauren and Frank and Bella and Mike Angus. And if I missed anyone, my eyesight is terrible, but I think I got everyone.
Well, that's going to be a loaded weekend.
It is.
Yep. And I know Brittany and Michelle are coming from Larry's going to kill me for not knowing their group name all of a sudden. Riverside. Yep. They will be there doing this lecture with John Zaffis, so I'm super excited to hear that one. So this event is, I know he's going to probably smack me on Friday when I see him, when I forget when he notices I didn't say that correctly.
Friday's our
July.
masquerade party. Friday is going to be so much fun.
I have a picture for that. Hold on. Where's my masquerade ball? Okay, there you go.
There it
Talk
is.
about the masquerade. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have an amazing, you'll see the menus on there. It's amazing food. Rum punch and Coors Light is included in the price of the ticket.
If you're 21 and over.
Huh?
If you're 21 and
over. Let me see. Everybody's going to be dressed up. Nobody's going to know who I am. Wait till you see me. What else can I say about the masquerade ball? There's going to be dancing and dining, and it's really going to be decked out. It's $85 a person. Yeah, they just threw Coors Light in for us. They were like, hey, Coors Light also. I was like, yes.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Right? And that is paid through Venmo or Cash App. And then the next night is Saturday night is Bash at the Bash. We're having karaoke contests. And right before that, we're having tips for charity, celebrity bartending. And this year, the tips for charity are going to Chris Maggard. Chris is battling cancer. Please look him up if anyone wants to know his story. He will be arriving at the Bash on Thursday, him and his wife. And he's an amazing producer. He's been in the field for years. I think just about everybody knows Chris Maggard.
Yeah.
We're going to help him kick cancer's butt.
Yep. And the teams for bartending looks like they are Chris and Mike from TC Racers. You have John Zaffis and Dave Schrader. You have Brian and Rochelle, who are the reigning champs. You have Batman, you have Santi, and then you have Cody and Satori. And then it looks like you have Steve in there too, somehow.
Yep.
You got Steve roped in this year.
Now that's going to be trouble. No, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I would be a lot of fun.
Damn. I would love to be
last
there.
Year.
I need to plan this for year.
Let me see if I have a picture. I think I have a picture on here. Last year at the bartending thing, there was a lot of money being thrown. You saw Batman without a shirt. You saw Michael Gigliano without a shirt. You saw Santi doing Santi things. There was a lot
So
of things happening to get that money. And
it's so much fun. Yeah, Batman took off his one thing from the Ukraine, one of his badges, and he auctioned the badge off.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Brandon Cooper's flying in from Seattle. What are you doing in Seattle, Brandon? That's awesome.
More lap dancing.
There was some lap dancing happening. There was some kissing going on between Shane and Dave Schrader. Yep. There's a lot that goes on to get the money for the booze. Let's say that. But it is a fun time. Yeah. Everyone's grouped up into the lobby, and it's just fun. Music's going, and before you know it, it'll be the end of the bartending. And it's all.
And we still haven't raised the price. It's $20. You get a wristband, and it's for the entire weekend.
That's awesome. That's incredible. I mean, that's a lot going on for just $20. And even with the $85 meal, I mean, you get the food and the drink and the mingle, and you get to, mingle with a bunch of really great people. And it's honestly all for a great cause. I mean, it sounds like you guys kind of disperse this through, multiple different organizations to help, people, which is really a good thing. I mean, we need more people like that, that's awesome.
And we also have a really big auction. We ask everyone to please bring an auction item, and that benefits the charities as well.
Is there like a link?
And the auction.
Oh, I was going to ask if there's a link that you can donate or anything like that too. Is there like any kind of information?
Well, in order for us to take a donation for the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, along with like vendors, everybody sends either a check or money order made out to the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. My accountant is a stickler with that. I don't like to do things like through Venmo or Cash App or anything unless it's for dinner. It just keeps it much easier for him. He would kill me.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to write a check out, please make it to the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
And thank you.
That is Friday and Sunday, the 25th to the 27th, 12 to 6 each day. So y'all who party at night until 4 a.m. has a few hours of sleep before we get up and do it all over again. But this event, you really do not sleep at. Like, hardcore, I probably only slept like 4 hours than the 3 days I was there. So don't expect to get sleep. Unless you Pam and go hide in her room, then you get sleep.
I don't think I went to bed till 3 o'clock last year.
No, I don't think you did either.
Yeah, because we had an investigation at the Hoffman Mansion every night.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the fun part of each of the bash. Talk about the drum line that comes through on Saturday morning.
Talk about, I'm so sorry.
Drummers and
our fife and drummers. So this year, there's going to be roughly 15 kids along with some reenactors from New York. They're coming down. They play 4 to 5 different songs, probably about 5 this year because they're going to be going into both ballrooms. So our opening celebration, although we are open on Friday, everybody's there on Saturday. So we have our opening celebration at noon on Friday. And they'll go through and play patriotic music and end at the PA Wounded Warriors table and then come back out.
That's cool.
And it's really cool. And yeah, like first time I ever went to the bash, I was like, wait, what is that drumming? Because I didn't know anything about it. I literally went to the first bash like blindfolded. Like I didn't know anything about the bash. And I was like, okay, this is the event I don't miss ever again.
Yeah.
But this is like one of the best parts of the bash is the drum line that comes through.
Wait till you see our t-shirts for this year.
Yeah, you haven't posted those yet.
Surprise! I'll post them tomorrow.
Yes, definitely.
I will.
I need to know how. The t-shirts are always like the best design ever. Like the best. I think I just found my one from last year a couple days ago. So I'll have to wear
this is even cooler. So I'll describe it to you. It looks like the colors are kind of like that 1950s horror movie, you know, like the greens and blacks and like some dark mysterious color. But when you look at it, you'll see Abraham Lincoln. You're going to see a cannon, but then down in the corner, kind of down just a little, you're going to see a light. So that little light, that little lantern is brightening up all those dark colors. So that's our hope healing. So it's really a deep message this year, but you have to like really like look at it. And once you look at it, you're going to be like, got it. You got Lincoln, you got the cannon, and you got that bright light that's coming up to involve our weekend of hope and healing.
Ooh, nice. I can't wait. I'll have to get my hands on that.
Bonnie, you do not have to dress up for the ball. You don't have to.
Do not have to. You will not see me dressed up, but that's okay.
Yeah, you don't have to. But I have maybe 6 tickets left. So if anybody wants a ticket, message me and I'll hold the tickets for you until you get, send the payment. So.
Yeah. So yeah, Saturday night is the big night with the bartending and then the karaoke. There's dancing, there's singing, there's drinking. It gets chaotic, it gets crazy, but
that sounds like a damn good time.
It definitely is.
The more you talk about this, I'm like, I really want to go now, but
just Derek just calling sick.
Right? You better be picking my ass up.
Yeah,
No.
we could go.
It'd be really cool. I mean, this would be like something that we really need to talk about on our team, with me and Alicia, and trying to get out there, and plan it for next year. I would really love to try to get out there and experience this whole, thing going on. It's awesome.
Yeah. So besides the vendors, there's 2 big ballrooms of vendors. There's tattoos. There's the traveling talking museum. Feel free to talk about those because I know those are big things, part of the bash too.
So last year we had one of the ballrooms utilized only, the bigger one, and then we had some vendors and such out in the hallway. But this year we're going to use both of the ballrooms, so nobody's in the hallway. So it's not really, it's going to look like there's more vendors, but it's actually maybe a couple more, but it's the same group of people as always. So we're going to divide them up and put them in 2 ballrooms so people have more room. So not everybody's right on top of each other. So we're going to have Jeff's traveling boards and tattoos together, and then our author's row there. Wait till you see it. It's the same.
Now, the real tattoo artists coming out to do real tattoos.
Huh?
Yep.
Real
They're
tattoos.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
They're amazing. I love those guys. Like
Urban's Edge is amazing. Stacy does all the healing balms, and Dale does the tattooing.
Nice.
And I think there were 4 people tattooing last year.
Yeah. And there's always a waiting list to get tattoos. So if you go, get there early in the morning, get your name on the list, because spots of tattoos will go fast. Because everyone comes and gets a tattoo, I feel like.
Yeah.
We talked about that. So what are some of the lectures that will be talked
So this year, let's talk about like the roundtables. My idea for the roundtables, especially for the veterans roundtable, the women's roundtables, it's going to be driven by the veterans. Like I've got Brandon in there to start conversation. He'll help. He'll facilitate the conversations, but I really want where it's the peers all in there, doors shut. Everybody's going to be networking and healing and talking amongst themselves, and it's just going to flow the way that it actually should. And then we've got a women's group, women of the paranormal. I've got Jen in there again to start the conversation, keep the conversation flowing, but it is that group driven, as it should be.
It really should.
Every year I kind of appoint people do. And I was like, you know what? I want to try it different this year. I really just want people to take that idea and take whatever needs to be talked about, the good, the bad, the ugly, the healing. Let's get it done. We're going to shut the doors. Jody Den, she's going to be there for the veterans.
Yep.
She's a clinical psychologist. She's going to be just there. Santiago, he's going to be there. So I'm hoping the way that it goes this year, it's going to be how it should be. It's going to flow. People are going to heal. And at the end, it's going to be, Brandon's going to have a message where it's a collective, where it's not goodbye. Here, this is going to be, we're going to end it on such power. We're going to be like, here is how you can get a hold of me. We're going to be friends. We're going to be in contact. We're not going to forget each other. We're going to continue this through the whole year.
Absolutely.
That's my idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Ernie Artwell kicks it off Friday with his lecture. And then you have Sandra King Hudson after him. And then you have Lyle Watts and his group. Then you have Santi. Then you have Vince. And then you have Jody, which you guys, if you have not heard Jody talk about angels and all of that and how it connects with her being a veteran, definitely don't miss that one, because that one is she has so much knowledge about angels and everything. It is like amazing. Like, that woman can talk for days. I love her. And then you have John Zaffis, Michelle, Jeff Fett, and Brittany talking about the light and the dark of the paranormal. And then you have, I can't read that one.
It's a Veterans Roundtable. It's Jeremy Lefevre. You guys will love him.
Doing the veterans talk. Yep. And then you have Jen and Corey doing the Ladies of the Paranormal Roundtable. And then you have Blue Buddha doing her gallery reading. And then Saturday kicks it off with the drums opening ceremony. And then you have Larry Eisler and Shane Pittman and Josh Purvis talking at the same time. And then you have Dave Schrader and Russell Accord talking. And then you have John Zaffis talking. Then you have Steve Dills and his group talking. And then you have Mike and Chris. And then you have Ghosts and Smokes with
Frank Sinelli.
Yep.
And Bob Christopher.
Yep, Bob Christopher. I was like, everything's dropping out of my mind as soon as I say it. I'm like, shit. I was like, no, I know him. I know who he is. And then you have the auction, which is always fun. I love the auction. That's where I win my things. That's where I win my things. And then you have a gallery reading at 4:00 with the mini medium. And then Lawrence doing his
Mondo Ducks.
Yes, I have to check that one out. And then you have the Connor sisters, Beth O'Brien and everyone there doing the metaphysical roundtable. And then Sunday you have 2 speakers, it looks like. A Valor Collective with Larissa and Brandon Cooper. And then you have Kimberly Sage ending it at 1:45 with Intuitive. I can't even read this. My eyes are so bad.
It's a paranormal workshop.
Yep. So there's a lot of good lectures, workshops, roundtables that weekend. So you guys need to come out, check it out.
Brandon, I know you're going to do a great job.
Yes. Brandon always does an amazing time.
You have to ask him about at the bash. You're going to have to ask Brandon how we met.
Oh, yeah?
You got to ask him in person. Don't tell her, Brandon, until
I'm going to message him now because I won't remember at the bash. Like, no, I won't remember.
Oh, I'll remind you because it's hilarious.
You'll remind me. Yes.
I will remind you.
Let's see.
Jenny, Ani said you're holding down the table so she can go to all the lectures this year.
Sure. I will be running on. I always run on events. Again, you guys come out, support the great charities. Dana's Pink Wishes, Winter Warriors of PA, and Heroes for Hires. I think we hit everything, Pam. What else do you have to say about that? I know you have food trucks.
We do. We actually have a food truck coming from Baltimore.
Oh, really?
Different kind of crab cake sandwiches, and kind of like home style cooking. I cannot wait. Ooh. And then we have another one that's a veterans truck. He's actually bringing a bicycle for Dana's Pink Wishes, and awesome. I'm trying to think what the other one is. There's 3. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, Josh, Baltimore. I'm actually going to have a crab cake. And then We're not having the bouncy house or anything. It was just too
No.
hot. The kids didn't want to go outside this year.
Yeah, it was way too hot. But we'll have the escape room again.
Yes, the escape room will be there. Yep.
Yeah. Y'all need to check out the escape room because I've heard amazing things about that.
Yep.
I want to get a group of people to do it, but no one wants to do it with me. So.
And we are going to auction off again a ride with Batman.
Yay.
Yep.
Is Jeff doing a box for the auction?
Yes, Jeff Fent said he was doing a box for the auction. I know, right? Amazing. And Jenny, there is Cabin 360 gave a night for investigation.
Ooh.
Right. Have you been there?
Pam knows me. If there's any locations or Fent boxes, you can expect me to drop it.
Jenny's been trying to get her Jeff Fent box for a while.
I have a box. I just need a second one.
Right. Oh,
I just need a second one. I just need to start collecting these Fent boxes.
Yeah.
They are amazing. Like,
you're just trying to continue your winning streak here on all of these, drawings and things.
FC, I was one number away from winning the Fent box. I was
one number.
One number away. I was like, son of a god. Like, one number.
So I can see you bidding on the box and Cabin 360, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna Venmo you some money so I can get me a number on that box.
Yep. Vend it to her.
Is there gonna be like ticket ones again, or is it gonna be like okay. It's not going to be like what we did the very first time I went there.
Mm-mm. Okay. No, I think it was organized so nice last year. It was just so perfect, amazing gifts. The girls, Paranormal Peaches, really put a lot of time and effort into the auction. They do a great job.
Definitely. But you bet my butt, I will be putting numbers in for the Fent box and any investigations because Mommy needs to get some investigations for 2026,
There you go.
I already have 2. I won Fairfield and Madison for next year. So let's just keep adding that up so I don't have to pay for investigations next year, right?
Hey, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I love. I love winning the investigations because then I can go hang out with friends.
Oh my God! Look what Brandon! Look what Brandon just said. How funny is he?
Yeah, record time.
If the escape room is skyward, I'll be out in record time. Brandon, I can't wait to see you again, dude. It's gonna be so much fun. Let's see. I know there were people collecting the Frank's boxes before he died, so get a trend going for Jeff Fent boxes too. Yeah, absolutely. If I don't win this one, I'm gonna talk to Jeff and be like, hey, can you put my name on closer to the top so I can get another Fent box? Well, he had to fix mine last month when I went to see him at Fairfield.
Brandon said he's going to add an investigation for bid 2.
Ooh. Nice. Where, Brandon? Where are you going to put an investigation for so I can make this list in my head? Yeah, where, Brandon? You got to tell us. Franny's in the chat. What's everyone? Can't wait to see y'all at the Bash this year. Yes. I have friends from Louisiana coming, Florida coming, so we'll get to go investigate a little bit this year too.
That's awesome. Yes. And don't forget where we're at. Like, it was a field hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Not the building itself. Not the building, the grounds.
The grounds, yeah. Those 2 hotels have some energy, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, well, anywhere you go in Gettysburg is haunted, so it's okay.
There, yeah.
I kind of want to know how active the orphanage is now that Annabelle was there, though.
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Check it out.
I guess. What were you going to say before that, Pam?
There's just so many places to investigate in Gettysburg.
Right? Hagewood Mill Historic Site in South Carolina. Ooh, I need to win that so I can go back to South Carolina because I like South Carolina.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I might have to look that location up. I've never heard of that before.
I've never heard of that.
Me either. And it's like the newer known locations.
But I love South Carolina.
I like South Carolina because they have a Buc-ee's.
I love Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is like the best. Buc-ee's is amazing. We are going to have. We have a Buc-ee's that just opened in Virginia, like an hour and a half. 2 hours. I'm sorry.
Maybe
2
I have
hours.
To make a drive on Thursday.
Yep, 2 hours. Josh and Joanne went there, but it was brand newly open, so it was so crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet. But Buc-ee's is worth a 2-hour drive each way to get their sandwiches and their jerky and their espresso
banana pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, I love banana pudding. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, and their brisket. Oh my gosh, Buc-ee's is amazing.
I love brisket
Buc-ee's
too.
Is amazing. Like, that's where Brandon did his event. Okay.
Nice.
That's what I
his new location.
Now, anywhere in the South, I like going to the Waffle House.
I've never been to a Waffle House.
Yeah.
Waffle House is amazing. As soon as you hit like Indiana and Ohio, anywhere down that past those, you get Waffle Houses. I'm like, bring them to Minnesota.
Let's be real. Yeah. Let's be real. Their waffles can't be as good as mine.
No, absolutely not.
Homemade Belgian waffles.
No,
that you do.
Absolutely not. They can't beat Pam's waffles. Okay, no, and no. But nothing can beat Pam's waffles. But I did get told there's a Waffle House in Gettysburg or outside of Gettysburg. So I'm like, so when we're all drunk at 3 a.m. and stuff,
exactly.
Find a sober driver to take us to the Waffle House in town.
Look what Josh said.
Or go down to Sheets. Or just go down to Sheets.
It's the awful waffle.
The
I've never been to Waffle House. It's awful waffle. Oh, God.
That's funny, Josh.
Oh, my God. Josh, I love you. I can't wait to see you.
Kelly Daniels. Kelly, I miss you.
I miss you. Pam's waffles are the best. Absolutely. She makes them with magic. That's why they're the best.
I make them with love and I Reiki everything.
Nice.
I Reiki all the food before I give it to you.
Sorry, I should have said it's an overnight.
Nice.
It's an overnight investigation. Well, we know where I'm going to put my money in next week.
And I'll get you my ticket.
for the fat box of the investigation.
So what usually when people have a place to visit, they usually get a picture of it and then put it down, and then people see the place, and then they know.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple places that are high on my bucket list that I need to get to.
What are those places?
You need to come out to Minnesota with Josh.
Minnesota.
I'll take you guys to the Broadhead Manor. Because it's only a 4-hour drive from my house.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Wilson Castle. That's like really high on my list.
Ooh, I want to go to Wilson Castle. Let's plan that for 2026, Pam.
I would love to go there. It's high on my list.
We need to do that next year. Like, get a group of us on the East Coast to go to the Wilson Castle. Because I want to go. And I want to go to Mid-Orange Correctional Place.
Nice.
I want to go there. And Saratoga.
Thank you, Brandon.
Steve and Dylan run out in New York. That Destiny Project Fearless is at. I want to go there.
Yes, I want to go there too. That place is crazy.
Yeah,
I want to go there.
And I'm gonna go to Crescent.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard really good things about Crescent.
I want to go to the Stanley.
I've been there. I've done that. Just be ready to pay out. But pay out the
How about the Stanley? Which one's in Colorado? That's the one I want to do.
The Stanley. The Stanley.
That's
Yeah.
the main one. Yeah.
Be ready to spend about $600 a night for a hotel room.
Yeah.
All right.
Be ready to spend about $600 a night, but you won't get activity. We went there 3 years ago and decided to spend the night because my friend does the magic paranormal shows there, and he gave us tickets. So we're like, okay, we're gonna get a hotel room since we're gonna be there until like 2 a.m. anyways. Let's get a hotel room.
Right.
Paid out the butt for the hotel room, but we had to get a rollaway bed to our room because there was 3 of us, and I had to sleep on the rollaway. So they brought the rollaway up to the bed to the hotel room before we went down to the magic shows, and we came back from the magic shows, and the bed was missing. So we called down to the front desk. We're like, hey, we had a bed in our room. It's not here anymore. And they looked it up in the system for the keypad thing. No one had entered and no one had exited the room after we did. And one of the paranormal claims of the Stanley is the rollaway beds, will move from room to room down the hall.
They'll roll away.
Literally.
Yep. And then, so after that, we got moved up to the top floor where the kids usually hung out when their parents were out doing like the parties or doing things.
Yeah.
The top floor is where the kids got to hang out with the nannies. And my friend got woken up by what it sounded like a little girl saying, "Hi, mommy." So that was really cool. But I was seeing shadows. I was hearing voices running down the hallway when we came back from the seance at the Stanley, and we were the only ones on that floor. So that was really cool. So I could sit in the hallway and just watch all these shadows and things. But it's expensive. It is not cheap to stay at the Stanley, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
And if you go to the Stanley, drive literally just up the road, and you can go to Rocky Mountain National Park, which is really cool.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. And really beautiful. But Pam, I can't believe the bash is like a week from Saturday. It is crazy.
It is. It is. I can't wait to see everyone. And, I just can't wait to see everyone. And we'll make some more memories.
Yes. And I know this year is the last year of Christmas in July. Do you have an idea of what the theme is next year?
Actually, that's open up for everyone to give me the ideas, because you all picked, Ernie Atwell, he was like, let's do Christmas in July. And then everybody was like, yes, let's do it. So I want to get a collective and we'll figure it out at the bash.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all need to come if you're in PA, Ohio, New York, VA, Maryland, anywhere close by. Even if you're on the West Coast, get a plane ticket and hop your butt over to Pennsylvania that weekend, because it is worth it.
There are a few more hotel rooms available in the hotel. Not many, but there's a few.
No, not many. And you guys, you want to stay on the property where the event is, because it goes and the parties go until really early in the morning. So
and they give us such a good price at the hotel. I think our hotel rooms are like $146 a night ish. Yeah. In Gettysburg, you're paying $250, $300 a night. Like, the hotel really gives us a really good rate, so people can come and fill the hotel and raise money for charity.
That's awesome. That's
and
good.
The hotel people are super nice and super helpful. They're amazing. So definitely get your hotel room for the bash at where the hotel is, because you don't want to drive between hotels to get to the bash, because you will miss out on some of the best stuff, especially after midnight when you're down at the pool and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that's the fun part. And then you don't have to wake up as early to go back downstairs the next morning for the Paracon. So it's always fun. Yeah. But what are some other silent auction items that you know of that will be at the bash for the auction?
There's a lot of beauty products. There was some perfume. There was really nice purses. Oh my goodness. Dana,
There's a lot last year.
Yeah, I think there was a cooler. There's so much.
Yeah, the whole hotel lobby turns into the silent auction or the auction items.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I really wish I could make it out there. Oh man.
Well, you can.
I know.
Come on.
You can. Come on. You can
You
hop,
can
hop in the car with us, Derek, and come with us.
I'll call in for a few days.
Yeah, no, just tell Alicia that you were kidnapped. That's all. That's okay.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll just post pictures and be like, "Where is Derek today?"
I'm traveling. It's for a good cause. Okay.
Right.
We're going to be doing the auction / raffle the same way that we did last year.
Yeah, which is cool.
Bonnie your mom just says.
I think Larry won the big speaker last year. I know.
Nice.
Equipment. I will be winning the Jeff Fett box. Y'all don't put your tickets.
That's right. Manifest that. That's right.
Hey,
Yes.
I almost won it last month at Fairfield. I was like, one number away. I was like, I looked at it. I'm like, dude, one number away.
What was the number? What was the winning number? Do you remember?
6. Because when people buy raffle tickets, they give them one number to put on all the raffle tickets. So,
okay,
like my number was 7 for all of my raffle tickets, and then each person who bought tickets got a number. So you didn't have to like keep the tickets itself. You just list them for like number 1, number 2. I think it went up to like 99 or something. There was 99 people that bought tickets at Fairfield, which I found that's a good way to do a raffle with tickets. Is just have somebody have them put a number on their tickets, and then instead of listing off that whole ticket number, because those ticket numbers can be super long.
Yeah,
but that's an idea. But yeah. I was like, that's actually a really good idea. Just give somebody one number to put on all of your tickets and you'll be good to go. But let me go back to this page. So, y'all, it is Friday the 25th through the 27th. Come out, hang out. I will be doing oral photography. Larry Eisler will be there doing his stuff. There's so many vendors. I know Bob and Gina have all of their paranormal equipment. I bet you Steve will have his paranormal equipment out. There's authors, there's para-celebrities. I think Cody and Satori and John are bringing some of the haunted items. Is that right?
Yep. And then you're going to see that there's going to be some people set out outside this year that wanted to be outside. One in particular is a veteran that sells birdhouses. So make sure that you stop and support one of our local veterans.
Absolutely. But yeah, you guys come hang out. I know who my booth buddy is this year, so I'm super excited. I talked to her yesterday on the phone. She goes, I talked to Pam. I'm your booth buddy. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Let's have some fun.
Neighbors
gonna cause trouble. I was like, I had messaged her. I'm like, hey, do you know where you're gonna be at the bash? And she's like, no, but I messaged Pam and you're gonna be my booth buddy. I'm like, I haven't seen you since April. We're gonna cause some trouble. And she's like, game on. But yeah, I'm super excited. But yeah, I can't believe it's next week already. Like, we've been talking about this since last July. But yeah, it has come fast. So if somebody wants to book a investigation at the Hoover House, how can they do so, Pam?
So we're on booking.com, we're on Airbnb, or you can simply give me a call with a a future date because we are booked up through
Probably October.
I have a couple weekends like in November. I have like one weekend in December, which is a great time to come because it could be snowing.
And the Hoover House in snow is really pretty. I've been there during December. It's pretty.
And it sounds like you get a great breakfast.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
But the Halloween party at the Hoover House is the best Halloween party to go to. I can say that. I went last year, and let's just say we had some fun at the Hoover House on that Halloween party.
That'd be fun.
We do. We have a blast.
That was the first time I went to the Hoover House, was for the Halloween party. And Pam and Stacy tried to scare the shit out of me at the Hoover House.
That's funny. I need to do a Halloween investigation. I've never done an investigation on Halloween. I mean, because the kids and you take them trick or treats when they get a little bit older. But yeah, that'd be fun.
But yeah.
So I do have rooms available for Halloween. Our actual Halloween party, like the party itself, is the weekend before. But I do have some availability now that I'm reading your mom. I do have some availability for Halloween weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, yeah, definitely. If you guys haven't been to the Hoover House, go sleep a night there and then get the breakfast from Pam, because that is
waffles.
That is the best part of staying at the Hoover House, like the food.
I usually do red velvet waffles during Halloween because they look bloody.
They're bloody, and they taste so good. But amazing. And if they don't have rooms for the Halloween party, there is a Days Inn right behind the Hoover House that it's nice. It's nice for you to put your head on the pillow and then go back to hang out when everyone wakes up.
Yeah. I don't have my book here in front of me, so my brain. You can't remember everything, Pam. Come on, you should be the. I turned 60 last year, and it was like, wah.
Your brain just went. Bleh.
It was like, huh? What's that person's name?
Huh?
Sometimes I forget my age. I'm like, how old
Saturday night.
Let's count it up.
Hey, I'm turning 32 this year, and I'm like, I had to think about that the other day because somebody asked me how old I was going to be. I'm like, I think 33, and my mom's like, no, 30.
Right. I gotta count the days. Like, okay, that's right. Okay, now I'm like,
I always have to do the math. I always have to go 2025 minus the year I was born to find out how old I am. So I don't know how old I am.
Gosh, it's stupid. Like, these years are going by super quick.
I know.
They are.
Like,
you know what? The days just run into each other, too.
It's wild.
Right?
I mean, time is just flying.
But yeah, Saturday night party at the Bash is the funnest, or it is the fun part because Steve does all of the DJing with all his big setup with the lights and everything. The Bash is not one to miss. If you miss it this year, mark it in your calendar because it's usually the same weekend, right, Pam? I think it's always like that third, fourth weekend of July.
I have the weekend, or I'll let everybody know at the Bash.
Yeah, I'll be talking to my team about.
It's mostly the same weekend.
Okay, I was gonna be like, I hope it doesn't change from July. Don't confuse me.
Never change from July.
Mm-mm. It's like, don't make it a different month. Don't make me confused here.
Yeah, no, we have it in July normally. Like my mom passed away in July. My father passed away in July. July is a hard month for me spiritually, mentally. Having the Bash in July gets my attention off of that. Yeah. So I'm not dwelling on that. I'm dwelling on other things, better things, healing things.
Right.
And it's good because it is middle point of between Pennhurst and New Jersey. So it's a good middle point too.
Love
between
those.
the two
Love those events.
Right?
Yeah.
I need to get into New Jersey. I talked to Chris and John at Pennhurst, and they're like, we'll make it happen for 2026. So 2026, I will be at New Jersey Unity.
Well, you should at least come as a guest, come and enjoy it and see what it's about and come hang out,
Right? Come and see Pam, come and see Bob and Gina and everyone from the East Coast. Definitely. It's on my calendar. So now that I had an event booked for that weekend and it just got canceled last week, so I'm like, maybe we'll go to New Jersey. But I have to figure out the cheapest.
I will tell you that if you want to go to Jersey, get your hotel room like now.
Now. Oh wow. I will see. I might have to. But I do have like a week-long trip to California in October, so I have to kind of budget money that way. Because I won an investigation at the Washoe Club, but it's cheaper to fly into California and drive the 3 hours to the Washoe Club than flying into Reno.
Got ya.
I was like, Reno was $2,000 to fly into. I was like,
heck
no.
That's wild.
Heck no. I spent $300 to fly into California.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, there we go. But yeah. Pam, I can't wait to see you in less than a week and a half. Yeah, huggy is gonna happen when we get there.
Absolutely.
So, tell Steve I say hey.
I will. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yep.
It was good meeting you, Pam.
Good meeting you too. I'll see you next year at the Bash.
Yeah, we hope to be there.
I will make sure he's there next year at the Bash.
That's right.
Have a good night, Pam.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. Yep.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Yes.
But yeah, that was Pam, you guys. Next weekend we do not have a show because Alicia will be dead from paranormal lockdown. I know that. Derek will be dead from paranormal lockdown. I will be investigating the State House out in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I will be going live from the State House on TikTok and probably Facebook as well. So instead of a show, you will get a live investigation with me, Larry, my mom, and Brittany, and a friend of hers. So you will get a show next week, but it will be an investigation, so you can interact throughout the night, which will be fun. And then that whole following week, if you stay tuned to Untrained Pages on Facebook and TikTok, you will get investigations from Fairfield. You will get investigations from the Hoover House. You will get investigations from shit, I just lost my train of thought. You get the State House, Fairfield, Hoover, and Rainworth Lodge. So you have 4 investigations all next week. Not this coming week, but next week. And then you get a full investigation that following the 28th. You get an investigation on the 28th, live from Wildwood Sanitarium. But Alicia will be live, and I think Derek's going to be co-hosting with her the 27th when we have Nate and Kate on. They are paranormal investigators out of Wisconsin. He hasn't been social media since he had some medical things, so it is his comeback interview. So I'm super excited for them to host that live show on the 27th.
It's going to be great. I mean, just to catch up with them. They've been they've been going through it ever since all that's happened, and so it'd be really cool to catch up with them guys and see what's going on. So
I hope they come to Rockdown too, so I can see them.
Yeah, I hope they do too. Yeah.
Let's quickly hold on. I'm gonna do this real quick. Next weekend, this Friday and Saturday is Paranormal Lockdown. We're going to do this one more time, you guys. Get this in your calendar, make your plans, get your hotel rooms. I know a lot of hotels in Janesville are completely booked up because of music festivals and this Paracon. So get your hotel room now for Friday and Saturday in Broadhead, Wisconsin. Larry Eisler, you have Michelle and Brittany, you have Josh Purvis, you have Michael Angus, you have Marilyn Bass. Michael Gagliano will not be there, but I have a feeling somebody will do a live call with him to include him somehow into the day. You have Dave Schrader, you have Vince Keelan, you have Jesse, you have Dustin Perry coming via Zoom for a special presentation. You have Sam Beltrusis, who is a East Coast author. He'll be doing kind of like a seance Saturday night as well. You have my friends from Texas, the EVP group. They are a podcast and a Paraflix show. I'm trying to think who else will all be there. There's so many people.
Scotty Rourke can be out there too.
Yep, Scotty's gonna bring his 2 ghost cars. I can't think.
Oh yeah,
what they're called.
The Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
I can't even think.
I can't think. I should know that he's gonna spot me when he sees me on Friday when I forget the name of it. There is Joe Kudo will be there. Diet Renee will be there. God damn it! I can't think of her name now. David Childers will be there, and his friend Stormy Daniels will be there. There's so many people. Ashmore Estates will be there. Rose Hotel will be there. There's so many people at this Paracon that you will not want to miss it. You will find me, Alicia, and Derek up on the 2nd floor near the lecture room. So if you go to the lecture, you will not see us. You will not miss us whatsoever.
Yeah.
You will not miss.
It's going to be fun.
If you miss us.
Oh, they won't miss us.
If you miss us, there's something definitely wrong because we were right outside the lecture.
Just feel your nose because we're going to have cupcakes. We're going to have a bake sale going on. Alicia's going to make her fantastic cookies. They're actually going to be bacon infused chocolate chip cookies this year. I think that's from the Honda Happy Hour group. And so she's going to be doing those. We're going to have Cakes by Lou. She's our newest team member, Tracy. She has her own baking, thing going on there too. So we'll have her cupcakes that she donated to Broadhead. Everything that we sell on the table is going to be donated to the Broadhead building. And so it's going to be fun. There's going to be food there. They're going to have the concessions going on. Like she said, there's going to be the band going on. It's going to be a loaded event. You got the concert Friday night, Saturday all day. You got the Paracons. You got the investigations on Friday night. If you don't want to go to the concert, you can do your investigation. I think there's a few tickets left on that. There's a couple tickets.
Friday night isn't sold out, but Saturday night is.
Yeah. So, and then we're going to be filling in. Eternal Paranormal is going to do like the fill in for like if any of the groups or if one of the groups, if they want to take a break or something, there's going to be a couple of us from the team that'll be able to kind of relieve them for a little bit, during the night. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be
crazy, you guys, but we're going to have fun. I stopped at Broadhead yesterday on the way home, and they had cleaned that place really well. So Derek and the team and others did some cleaning.
Bill does a lot of work. I didn't know, how much Bill puts into, hosting not just events like this, but
the investigations.
Visit and investigate. With keeping up a building like that, it really takes a lot of work. So anybody who actually goes out there and they take the time to try to help, I know that Bill greatly appreciates it. So, all the help that he can get is greatly appreciated by him. And it's a lot. I mean, when you see what he does on a daily basis just to keep the building up to par, it's a lot of work, man.
It takes a lot of work. And then yesterday I hung out for a couple hours. I couldn't believe it was a couple hours. It felt longer than that. Me and Derek were having some paranormal experiences just staying in the gym. I got called a bitch. I was called a bitch and to get the hell out.
And then we both saw shadows in the gym.
When the whole thing of the bitch came out on the necrophonics, I was like, "Hey, principal, what's up?
It's funny because it was drawn out too. It was like, bitch.
Bitch. And then it's like, get out. Get the hell out. I was like, ooh. Okay.
Yeah, and the shadows that we were seeing too. And last night, it was pretty good. We had a great investigation with Ashley and Danica, and Richard was out there. Now, who else was out there? Hannah.
There was a few people out there last night.
Yeah, it was a little. And then the group, I can't remember their names, but they came out. They have the ambulance that they drive around.
Yeah, I pulled in to Broadhead, and I was like, why is there an ambulance here? And I was like, oh, that's the paranormal group for the night. Okay. I was like, so who did what to go to the hospital now?
Right, yeah. And they were doing some pretty cool experiments in the gym, and they I think they had a good night too. It was full of activity, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But you all come out to Broadhead next weekend. We will be there. Come say hey, get some Unturned Pages merch, and hang out, have fun.
And you'll have the duo of Jenny and Alicia with Unturned Pages. Will be neighbors. So
which never happens. It never happens. Never had a Paracon together.
Yeah, so we'll be vibing all day, you guys. We're gonna have music going, and it's gonna be a fun day. So
yeah, so come out, see us next weekend. No live show Sunday night, but there will be a live investigation. And then Alicia and Derek will be back on the 27th with Nate and Kate, and then I'll be with a live investigation afterwards. No, I won't be on the 27th. 28th, I'll be live on investigation. My mom's like, I'm surprised Jenny came home last night. That was kind of through my head not to go home last night.
Yeah,
but I was like, this is a full house. I'm just gonna go. I almost stayed the night. I almost asked Bill if I could stay the night and investigate with y'all.
That would have been you would have enjoyed it. But there's a lot, we've got collabs, together as well. Jenny, I think next year we've got Pine Lawn again, and then the Victorian. And then we're going to try to get a couple more booked with you next year. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. So you all have a great night. We will see you back on the 27th. So if you're in Broadhead, come out next weekend. If you're in PA, come out the next weekend. Have a great night, everyone.
You guys have a good one.